ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
ओम ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
मूर्तिभेदा विभागिने
व्योमवद्व्याप्त देहाय
व्योमवद्व्यक्तदेहाय
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहनाववतु
ॐ सहना भवतु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै
सह वीर्यं करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितं भगवता
भगवता
नारायणेन
नारायणेन
स्वयं
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
व्यासेन ग्रथितां
ग्रथितं
पुराणमुनिना मध्ये
मध्ये
महाभारतम्।
महाभारतम्।
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम्
भगवतीम्
अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवत्वेषिणीम्
अम्ब
अम्ब
त्वामनुसन्ददामि
त्वामनुसन्दधामि
भगवते
भगवद्गीते
भवद्वेषिणीम्
भवद्वेषिणीम्
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
यं
यं
ब्रह्मा
ब्रह्मा
वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति
वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति
दिव्यैस्तवैः
दिव्यैस्तवैः
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः
वेदैः
साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्
साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं
गायन्ति यं
सामगाः
सामगाः।
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
ज्ञानावस्थिततद्गतेन
ज्ञानावस्थिततद्गतेन
मनसा
मनसा
पश्यन्ति
पश्यन्ति
यं योगिनः
योगिनः
यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
त्वयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते।
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते।
रोगान् शेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्।
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टा रुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्।
त्वामाश्रितानान्न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति।
त्वामाश्रितानां न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति।
सर्वाबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी।
सर्वबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी।
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्।
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्।
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते।
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते।
रोगान् शेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्।
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टा रुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्।
त्वामाश्रितानान्न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति।
त्वामाश्रितानां न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति।
सर्वाबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी।
सर्वबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी।
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्।
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्।
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते।
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तुते।
रोगान् शेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्।
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टा रुष्टा तु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्।
त्वामाश्रितानान्न विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति।
त्वामाश्रितान्नविपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिता ह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
सर्वा बाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम्
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते माम्
जना सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन
जनाः सुकृतिनोऽर्जुन
आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी
आर्तो जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी
ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ
ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ
तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्तः
तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्तः
एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते
एकभक्तिर्विशिष्यते
प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोत्यर्थम्
प्रियो हि ज्ञानिनोत्यर्थम्
अहं स च मम प्रियः
अहं स च मम प्रियः
उदारा सर्व एवैते
उदारा सर्वैते
ज्ञानित्वात्मैव मे मतम्
ज्ञानित्वात्मैव मे मतम्
आस्थितः स हि युक्तात्मा
आस्थितः स हि युक्तात्मा
मामेवानुत्तमां गतिम्
मामेवानुत्तमां
बहुनां जन्मनामन्ते
बहुनां जन्मनाम् अन्ते
ज्ञानवान् मां प्रपद्यते
ज्ञानवान् प्रपद्यते
वासुदेवः सर्वमिति
वासुदेवः सर्वमिति
स महात्मा सुदुर्लभः
स महात्मा सुदुर्लभः
Yesterday we saw Bhagavan says, Janaha Sukritinaha, a people who are doing a right thing. Sukrutinaha. Sushtu Krutinam Yasyasa, one who does Punya Karma, and they are total 4 types. Bhajante Mam, they seek to me. And who are they? Bhagavan says, Artaha. There are one devotee is called Artaha. One always remember Bhagavan or Ishvara when that person is in distress. Artaha. Then here Artharthi. Another type of people who always seek the grace of Ishvara when they start some new initiation, some new start. At that time also they seek Ishvara. It's called Artharthi. Gnatum Ichuhu, one who would like to know the truth of Ishvara. It's called Jignasuhu, is a third type. In Jnani, one who knows Ishvara. Otherwise, we can say one who knows oneself. These are called 4 types of people, or otherwise we can say there are 4 types of devotees. Among 4, who is the best? So Bhagavan says, Tesham Jnani Nitya Yuktaha Eka Bhaktihi Vishishyate. Tesham Chaturvidam Bhaktanam Madhye. This is called Nirdharane Shashti. Among all these four group of people, Jnani Vishishyate. Jnani is totally distinguished. And why this Jnani is totally distinguished? So Bhagavan says, because he is a Nitya Yuktaha and Eka Bhakti. We have seen Artha is Yuktaha with Ishvara when he is in distress. Artharthi is Yuktaha, is connected with Ishvara when that person needs to seek Ishvara's blessing. Then when he is enjoying pleasure, he never remembers. So is also time being Yuktaha. Jignasu is, he tried to be with Ishvara, but sometimes it slips from his mind. So he is also not regularly Satatam Yuktaha. But Bhagavan says only Jnani, one who knows the truth, that person is always connected with me. It's called Nitya Yukta. That's why he is special. And another thing is that Jnani has Eka Bhakti. And yesterday we have seen the meaning of Eka Bhakti means Ananya Bhakti. Other than Ishvara, there is no one else. It's called Eka Bhakti Vishishyate. And for that reason, there is a one line. Aham Gnaninaha Atyartham Priyaha. Aham Ishvara. Bhagavan says, myself is a Ishvara Gnaninaha. To Gnani, I am dear to him. In same way, Sahagnani Mama Priya. That Jnani is dear to me. So both way. I am dear to Gnani and Gnani is dear to me. Such a Mama Priya that until this we have seen yesterday. Now. Priyo hi, that also we have seen. Priyaha aham atyartha. Atyartha means in superiority complex. Totally. Priyaha aham. I am very much dear to, beloved to him. Why? Because aham atma of Gnanina. Being atma of Gnanina, and that famous line, Shankaracharya is quoted in Brihadaranyaka, Prasiddham hi loke. In this word, there is a one is common thing, Atma Priyaha Bhavati. Everybody loves one own self. And when Gnani knows this myself is nothing than Ishvara, then is always Nitya Yukta. Tasmad, for that reason, Gnani Naha Atmatvat. So I am the Atma of Jnani, and who is me? So Bhagavan has introduced himself as a Vasudeva. Today I check the etymology of Vasudeva is not given. The meaning of Vasudeva is Vasayati iti Vasu. Like Ishavasyam idam sarvam, no? One who is covered is called Vasam. So Vasayati, one who is covered whole world, Jagat, universe. Vasayati iti Vasuhu. And Vasuhu cha Devascha. That Vasu, one who is all pervading, is nothing but he is self-effulgent. That is called Vasudeva. That Vasudeva Priyaha Bhavati. That's why I am very beloved to Gnani and Sagnani Api. That Gnani also dear to me. So such a Gnani, Mama means Vasudevasya Atma eva. That Gnani is also my Atma. If the consciousness is same, either in Jnani or in Krishna, both are one and same, it says Vasudevasya Atma eva. Indeed, iti mama atyartha priyaha. That's why Jnani is very much beloved to me. Atyartham means very much beloved to me. Then one may raise the question that other three bhaktas, is not dear to Ishvara. So Shankaracharya has raised the question himself. He says, Tarhi na virgam, last. Tarhi artha adayah trayah vasudevasya na priyaha. Tarhi means then, artha adi means etc. etc. So artha, jignasu and artharthi, these three, trayah vasudevasya, Krishnasya, who is Vasudeva, na priyaha, they are not dear to Krishna, itina, it is not like that. Then kim tari, then what is the reason? Bhagavan has stated that I am dear to me and he is dear to me, all are statements. So now Bhagavan is explaining this 18th verse. It says, Udaraha sarve eva ete. Ete eva sarve. Ete means this, sarve means all, eva indeed, udaraha. Udaraha means exalted. They are very nice people. And in which sense they are considered as a udaraha, because other people who are other than this four group, other people, they never seek Ishvara in their life. But these are always connected to Ishvara. That's why it's considered as a here udara. In Gujarati, udara is generous. Even in normal language, is a generous. But here the udara is they all are exalted. They are very nice. Here is not raised the question, but there is a one. Why Bhagwan has given different type of births? Why all people are not same? Some are in very distress, some are in many problems. So Bhagwan is partial. There is a one question is there. Bhagwan is partial. Then that discussion has come in Brahma Sutra. It says Bhagwan loves everyone. But it is not necessary everybody loves Bhagwan, That's why one who loves Ishvara, Bhagwan is not partial, so he loves everyone. But to know Ishvara loves me, we have to tap the grace of Ishvara. There are very few people. And one who take the grace of Ishvara are called Udara. Even in distress, person seeks Ishvara. So that's why all are great. Sarva ete udaraha, what I have mentioned here. But Bhagavan says, Gnani tu atmeva mematam. But still, here tu is there, whereas Jnani is mematam. Atma eva is my own Atma. This is my vision. So one who knows this, not because there is no difference at all between Ishvara and that Bhakta. That's why Bhagavan says, we both are one and same. We both are identical. There is a one, right now I forget, but there is a one devotee, great devotee of Panduranga. I forgot the name. But he always used to talk with that Panduranga, Pandharpura, Panduranga. And he is from lower caste. Botha, what was the name?
Chokhamela, I think.
Chokhamela. So these Panditas, this priest, they never allow this Chokhamela in the temple. Then he has given up all demand, and there is one river, another bank of that river, he makes small hut instead to do japa of this Pandharpur. Then one stage has come, he just always talk with Chokhamela used to talk with Pandharpura, Natha, means Ishvara. Then people comes to know, okay, now Chokhamela started talking with Vasudeva, means Pandharpur Natha. when priest has this all gossip went to priest, then he said, let me check what he is doing, why he is circulating this type of message, he is talking with Ishvara. To check this priest went to Chokhamela's hut in the night, late night, means maybe after 7, 8. So he was talking with someone. He can listen only the voice of Chokhamela. Why you are doing this? Okay. Then something, what conversation was going. Then priest went inside and he slapped one on one cheek of the Chokhamela. Says, why you are doing like this? But still, Chokhamela starts, laughing, smiling on the front of priest. And that smile was very innocent. Then priest felt inside something is wrong. He did, something was wrong. Then he went back to temple. And when in the morning he opened that temple, so Pandharpur Natha, one cheek was swollen because he slept to Chokhamela. Why this Pandharpura? Because Gnani to Atma Meva. Because both are one and same. It's called identical. Both never, this Gnani never consider oneself, they are different from Ishvara. That's why Bhagavan says, Gnani Atma Eva. It's my Atma only. And this is my vision. Here Matam is not my contention, but here Matam is, this is my vision. And Bhagavan says, Sahi, that Jnani, Yuktatma. The meaning of Yuktatma means one whose mind is totally resolved in me. Yukta Atma, Yasya Saha Yuktatma. So that person's mind is totally resolved in me. And Astitaha means he has reached which type of level? Anuttamam Gati. Mameva, he reached to me, but what is that state? So Bhagavan says, Anuttamam Gati. Gati means the end. Which type of end? There is an end which is not better than anyone. Ultimate end that person has reached. Otherwise, all other three, sometimes they are connected with Ishvara, then again they are always enjoy the life, simple life. But this Jnani is always with Ishvara. That's why Bhagavan says, this is the ultimate end of this. There is a no better end, better than this end. It's called Anuttamam Gati. No Uttamam than this. It's called Anuttamam. Udaraha. Shankaracharya has written, Utkrishtaha. Exalted, great. Who are they? Sarva eva ete trayaha. Survey, here actually survey, all this, ete means this, trayaha means these three people, means three group, artaha, jignasu, in artharthi, all three are udaraha, api, mama priyaha eva iti arthaha. They are very dear to me because they are always seeking Ishvara in their life. That's why Bhagavan says, mama priyaha, they are very dear to me. And again, Shankaracharya has given one. He says, Nahi kaschita mad bhaktaha mama vasudevasya apriyaha bhavati. There is no anyone devotee. Mad bhaktaha mama vasudevasya. Who is, he says, I myself is Vasudeva. Apriyaha na bhavati. Nobody is there in this any devotee which is not dear to me because I love everyone. But still, Gnani tu atyarthaha priyaha bhavati. But Gnani is most, supermost, is beloved to me. Iti Vishesha. Say Narad Bhakti Sutra, I think it is a second. I have kept somewhere. Yeah. Second sutra only. what is the bhakti? In Narad Bhakti Sutta, Vyakhyasiyamaha, it is first sutra is, I will tell the definition of bhakti, and then second sutra is by Narad Bhakti Sutra is Satvasmin Parama Prema Rupa. Actually, Sa Tu and Asmin Ishware Parameshware Parama Prema Rupa. Sa means Sa Bhakti. That Bhakti is in this Ishvara. Asmin means in this Ishvara. Parama Prema Rupa. It is a topmost, super, is a beloved in the form of love. It's called Bhakti. One is ultimate Bhakti. Ultimate love. It's called Bhakti. So what is the definition of Bhakti? Sa Bhakti, which is always topmost love in this Ishvara, is called Bhakti. And what is the culmination of Bhakti? Somebody asks, what is the culmination of Bhakti? The culmination of Bhakti is a devotee knows, Yuktatma, devotee knows, Ishvara and myself are both on one and same. What Bhagavan has said here, Jnani to Atma Eva. That's why it's called Asmin Prema Rupa. This is the culmination of. So in Gita Home Study, Pujya Swamiji has done one discussion. Pujya Swamiji said, some people say after knowing Ishvara, then person has to develop devotion towards Lord. But Swamiji says, if one has devotion towards Lord, only then have knowledge. Otherwise, knowledge is not possible. Because this is the culmination of devotion is nothing but Gnani knows Ishvara and Mais both are one and same. Gnani to Atma. It is the culmination of all devotion. That's why Bhagavan and Shankaracharya says Gnani Atyarthaha Priyaha Bhavati. That's why, for that reason, that Jnani is ultimate. Priyaha, dear to me. Iti Visheshaha. There is a one Gujarati poet, in that he says, whenever my eye goes, I can see only Ishvara. Same with this Gnani. In each and every thought, you always connect with Ishvara. Because that Gnani consider oneself, I am not separate from Ishvara. That's why it says Gnani is equal to Atma Eva. Both are one and same. Now is explaining Astitahi, Astitaha, Sahi, Yuktatma. So Shankaracharya says that Gnani to Atma Eva na Anyaha Mattaha iti me matam. Yeah, this is still remaining in first line. So that Jnani is really is my Atma, Mattaha na Anyaha. He is not different from me. Mattaha na Anyaha. That Gnani is not different from me. Iti me mama matam nishchaya. This is my vision, ultimate vision, that Gnani is my Atma. Then Astitaha, the meaning is one who is already reached. Shankaracharya says, Arodum Pravruttaha. If somebody remembers the 6th chapter, what is the reason of Karma Yoga and one who has to follow Jnana, means Gnana Yoga. At that time, I think Karma Yoga Karanam Uchyate and Yoga Rudasya Tasyeva Shamah Karana Uchyate. So Yoga Rudha means one who is already reached there. Then everybody karma we can give up. It's called Yoga Rudha. That's why Shankaracharya has written Astita means one who is already reached that level. One who knows both are identical is called Arodum Pravruttaha. One who has reached their level, Sahagyani. That Jnani Aham Eva Bhagavan Vasudevah na anya asmi iti eva. So what is the meaning of Arudam? So he says, Gnani always thinks, Ahameva Bhagavan Vasudevah. To think like this, one who need a courage, Gnani always think, Ahameva, I am myself, Bhagavan Vasudeva. I am only Bhagavan, na anyaha asmi. I am not different from him. Na anyaha asmi, iti evam. In this manner, he always astita. What is the meaning of astita? Means one who thinks I am always with Bhagavan. And I used to say, there is a three level of understanding. First, when we say everything is Ishvara, there is a first. Everything is all pervading. Let me put here, A means all pervading Ishvara. When we say Ishvara is all pervading, so if we consider ourselves as a B, suppose, so we also include in this all pervading, because we are not away from this when Ishvara is all pervading. So when B is also is all pervading, is not away from this A, then we can put A is equal to B. Then A and B are not two different entity, but both A and B are one and same. That's why Gnani knows Aham Eva Bhagavan Vasudeva. This vision, even it is very difficult to proclaim. That is done by Trishanku. Aham Rukshasya Reriva Kirti Prishtan Gireriva. In the Dasha Shanti mantra in Taittiriya Upanishad, this Trishanku Rishi has the vision of oneness. Then he says, I am the impeller of whole Jagat. I have created whole Jagat. Because he thinks himself, I am not different from Ishvara. It says, Aham eva Bhagavan Vasud. It's called Astita. This is the level of Jnani. Na anyaha na asmi. Bhagavan is not different from me. Iti evam is called Astita. Then Yuktatma. What is the meaning of Yuktatma? Shankaracharya says, Samahita Chittaha San. One whose mind is totally resolved in Ishvara is called Yuktatma, always connected with Ishvara. It's called Samahita Chittaha San. And Mama Eva. Mama Eva, the meaning is Param Brahma Gantavya. That Gnani's destination is nothing but to be reached, to be understood. Param Brahma, and that Param Brahma, myself. One who knows this, it's called Anuttamam Gati. Gantum Pravruttaha iti arthaha. Anuttamam means there is a no other end better than this. It's called Anuttama Gati. And that Gnani is Gantum Pravartaha. He's already in this path only. Pravrutta is already started. Gantum Pravrutta. So again in this verse also, Bhagavan has praised Gnani. Still Bhagavan loves Jnani. So in next verse also, Bhagavan has praised Gnani. So Shankaracharya said, Gnani punaha api stuyate. Again, punaha means again, this Jnani is being praised in this 19th verse. Bahunam janmanamante gnanavan mam prapadyate. Bahunam janmanamante. After past many births, at the end of many births, Gnanavan means we can say Gnani, Mam means me, Prapadyate. Prapadyate, there are two meanings. The Prapadyate we can take as a surrender. Aham Tvam Prapadye, as a surrender. And another is Prapadye is a surrender or seeking. And Prapadye means to reach, to know. So here, Shankaracharya is not given, but there are many tikas are available. They say the meaning of Gnanavan we can take as a two-way. in two different manner. One, we can take Gnanavan. Who is Gnanavan? It says one who is on the path of Jnana, one whose mind is totally pure, one who knows there is only one goal in my life is to know Ishvara. That is also called Gnanavan. So if such person, if there is one goal only, that person, Bhagavan says, Mam Prapadyate. He seeks me, he surrendered to me, Mam Prapadyate. There is a one meaning, one who is not yet Gnan, but still it is on the way of this Gnan. There is no other interest in the world. Is called such Gnanam. But another then, one who is already Jnani, one who has already know me, that is also called Gnanavam. One who is already Gnanam, that person is Mam Prapadyate. That person reaches to me. But we can say reaching without going without reaching. We can attain, like Swamiji used to say, walking without walking. Same way, Prapadyate is not reaching, is one type of gati or action. But Prapadyate means it's the knowledge, understanding. Such Gnani, Mam Prapadyate, seeks me. He reach me. He understand me, whatever we can take. And Vasudevaha Sarvamiti. This is the best. Vasudevaha. Vasudeva means that Ishvara who is all pervading, it is nothing but Sarvamiti. Here is nothing but only Ishvara. It's called Vasudevaha Sarvamiti. Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. Such person who knows everything here is nothing but Ishvara, that person is rare. Mahatma means that means great soul is very rare. Sudurlabha. So there is a Vasudevaha Sarvamiti. I would like to, discuss one technical point with you. There is a one technical word is called Saman Adhikaranam. One everybody knows Adhikaranam means in one vibhakti there is a two word. So that vibhakti is called, both words are in same vibhakti is called Adhikaranam. So Vasudevaha Sarvam, both are in one vibhakti. Sarvam being neuter is in one, Vasudeva also one by one. So why these both are in one by one? So this is called opposition, or in English, it is called Samanadhikaranyam. Now what is the meaning of Samanadhikaranam? This Tattvamasi is also Samanadhikaranam. Vasudeva Sarvamiti is also Saman, but there are different type of Samanadhikaranam. So what is the definition of Samanadhikaranam? So I have written Samana Vibhaktina, one who has same cases. Saman Vibhakti means one who has same cases, still Bhinna Pravrutti Nimittana, but both word has different type of activity. But Padanam, those all words, Eka Artha Pratipadakatva. But they both have different meaning, but when both are together, they would like to reveal the one meaning. So Eka Artha Pratipadakatva. They would like to reveal one meaning. It's called Samanadhikaranam. It's called Samanadhikaranam. I have written here. Adhikaranam means locus. And Saman means same. When two words are in same locus, here locus is vibhakti only. It's called Samanadhikaranam. There are four types of Samani. If you are interested in more, then it is very, very nice to know. It's called Badha Samanadhikaranam. We are very famous to negate everything, but we don't know in technically what we are doing. So it's called Badha means to negate. Whenever Badha comes means to negate. Vishayam. It's called Bad Samanadhikarana. So I have put one example. Ayam Purushaha Sthanuhu. If we go to Madame Tussauds the museum, no? In Madame Tussauds, there are even now PM Modi's statue is available. So if we entered inside, if we don't know if this is live or inert, so we can ask, Ayam Purushaha Sthanuhu. This person who is standing in front of me, is it Sthanu is inert? Sthanu is like a pole. Then some person will come and they say, oh, it is not Purusha, it's a statue of this person. Then we have negated the PM Modi. Suppose we saw the statue of PM Modi in this museum, then say there is not real PM Modi, but it is a statue of this understanding. We have negated the live Modi from our mind and we have seen the statue of PM Modi. It's called Bada. So which can be negated by proper knowledge or inquiry. It is called Bada Samanadhikarana. So when we say, I have given one Mundaka Upanishad example, with shloka mantra is there, Brahma eva idam sarvam. Idam sarvam jagat. To whom we always give reality. This is only Satya. This word is nothing but Brahma eva. So idam sarvam is also one by one. One vibhakti. Brahma also is also one by one. So both are totally different, no? What definition was there? Bhinna pravrutti nimittana. Where is Vishwa, whole Jagat, and what is Brahman? Totally different. But by proper understanding, when we understand properly, then we can negate whole Jagat with our understanding, and we can say here nothing but idam sarvam Brahma eva. So what we have done is called Bada Samanadhikarana. Same way here also, Vasudevaha idam sarvam. In this Gita, in this verse, what we have done, idam sarvam, everything here is nothing but Vasudeva. So we are negating idam sarvam, and whatever remain here, only Vasudeva. It's called Bada Samanadhikarana. All Karya Karana Prakriya, what we are using in Vedanta, is nothing but Bada Saman. We are negating everything. Not neti, no, is Bada Samanadhikarana. We are negating everything. Another, which is discussed in Brahma Sutra, is called Adhyasa Vishayam Samanadhikarana. Atasmin Tat Buddhi, which is not there, that Buddhi we are. So suppose Rajvam Sarpa Buddhi. In that Raju, we say I am Sarpaha, so it is called Adhyasaha, which is not proper. This is our imagination. So Rajvam Sarpa Buddhi. So in that Raju, we have, it's called Adhyasa. Sphatike Japa Kusumaha. In this crystal, if we put this hibiscus behind, this whole crystal is looking like a red. So when we say this is a red crystal, so this is also called Adhyasa. This is our imagination. That Adhyasa we are using in Upasana also, unknowingly, but we are using in Upasana. Atasmin, which is not there, still we are creating that Buddhi in that. Which type of Upasana? So we have seen one, but if you remember, I don't know, there are three types of Upasana. One is called Pratika Upasana. Another is called Sampada Upasana. And third one is called Ahangra Upasana. When we say Omkara, Omkara is a sound symbol, is a pratika, symbol. Pratika means symbol. So we chant Omkara, but in Omkara, we consider Omkara as nothing but Ishvara only. So it is called Pratika Upasana. What is Sampad Upasana? Nikrushta Vastuni, Utkrishta Vastu Sthapayati. That stone, you know, stone is nothing. It's called Nikrushta Vastuni. But we can say, in this stone, I am invoking Lord Vishnu. In Shaligram, what we are doing? Even in Shiva, there's Linga, Shiva Linga, what we are doing? Shiva Linga is nothing but stone. Shaligrama is nothing but stone. But still, in this Nikrushta Vastuni, Aham Vishnum Avahayami. I'm invoking Ishvara. Maybe Shiva or maybe Vishnu. It's called Sampad Upasana. But this is also a Tasmin. Stone is nothing but stone. In that stone, Ishwar Buddhi is also called Adhyasa. And same way Ahangara Upasana. That Ishvara, my heart is nothing but Ishvara only. So in heart, we are invoking Ishvara. So also Adhyasa, but good Adhyasa, no? We are invoking Ishvara in our heart. We are invoking Ishvara in stone. This is all are called Adhyasa, which is not really true, but still we are doing. It's called Adhyasa. Is also Samanadhikaranam. Both are same location. Stone and Vishnu. Same way, Rajju and Sarpa, both are in some same location. Then another Samanadhikaranam is easy. Suppose we say blue lily. So that blueness of this lily, both are in same. It's called Visheshan, adjective. Both are in same location. So that is not need to discuss. But last one is Aikya Vishayam Samanadhikaranam, in which Tattvamasi has come. In Chandogya Upanishad, that Navavaraha, total 9 times Uddalak has taught Shvetaketu Tattvamasi. It comes in which type of Samanadhikaranam? So Aikya Vishayam. In Tat means that Ishvara, Tvam means Jiva, what person has to do, something we have to kept, something we have to release. Suppose Ishvara is equal to Jiva, no? This is according to Pujya Swamiji, this is the equation like E is equal to MC square. Same way Ishvara is equal to Jiva. So who is Ishvara? So we can say Upadhi plus consciousness. Which type of Upadhi? Sarvagnaha, Sarvashaktimatvam, all are called Upadhi of Ishvara. Plus Ishvara is equal to Chaitanya, like consciousness, but this is comfortable to me. It's nothing but Chaitanya Tattva. Same way Jiva. What is the meaning of Jiva? So here also Upadhi plus consciousness, Chaitanya. And what is the Upadhi? Alpatva. We have Alpagna, Alpatvam, all this is our Upadhi of this body. Plus Chaitanya means consciousness. So what we have to do, which is not permanent, which is not real, it is come and go, that we can negate, we can delete. So both Upadhi we can delete because it is not real, it is not Swarupa. So when both will go, so what will remain both sides? Chaitanya and Chaitanya. This is called Aikya Samanadhikaranam. It is discussed in Brahma Sutra nicely. But this is for information. Sometimes somebody says, this is Samanadhikaranam. One should know what is the meaning of Samanadhikaranam. So Bhagavan has discussed here Vasudevaha Sarvamiti. So it comes in negating Samanadhikaranam. So suppose Vasudevaha Sarvam. Sarvam means here. everything is nothing but Vasudeva. Then we can ask, how can we Sarvam? Sarvam is whole Jagat, can be Vasudeva, Ishvara. Then we can apply this whole Karya Karan Prakriya. Ishvara is Upadan Karan of whole Jagat. So being Upadan Karan of all Jagat, like we say, pot is nothing but clay. So we are negating pot. Same way, what is the Upadan, material cause of Jagat? So okay, Vasudeva. So Sarvam is also Vasudeva. So one who understands at this level, Bhagavan says, Samahatma Sudurlabha. One who knows like this, that person is the great. Durlabha is a rare. In this line, Bahunam Janmanam Ante, it is sometimes discouraging. We think, oh, still there are many births we have to take to understand everything is Ishvara. But we don't know. After many births, we come to know everything is Ishvara. Even still, what we are studying. This is also after many lives. Now we are come with this Ved Upanishad knowledge. So Bahunam, it doesn't mean after this birth. But after many births, we are now in the front of all this jnana. It's called Bahunam Janmanam. Sometimes, if person doesn't understand this line, they may be discouraged. Oh, still I have to take many lives. But this is the culmination of our punya. That's why we are sitting in this Jnana Ganga. We are taking sip of Jnana Ganga, Bahunam. That's why Shankaracharya has written what is the meaning of Bahunam Janmanam. But this we will see next time. So he is discussing what is the Bahunam means. It takes many lives, many births to create that sanskara. So I am not body, whatever we are keep on listening, it is not, maybe we are keep on listening for many births and then it now stays in a heart. That's why Gnanartha Sanskara Arjana. Arjana means we have to accumulate this. Arjana Ashrayana. For that reason, we have to take many births. But now we are with Vedanta or Gita, with all knowledge. So our Bahunam Janmanam is over. We can say now only few births. But detail we will see later. Any question?
That's a nice positive note, Swaminiji. Thank you. So we have hope.
There are many people, even many people in this group also. But there are few people, I would like to say, one who are still more interested. Without punya, they never come to cross with this type of land. Need punya. This spiritual punya, whatever say, is very difficult to earn. And you all are punyashalis. Otherwise, you cannot sit here like this. Every week to sit sincerely, it needs also punya. This is one type of blessing of Ishvara. And I used to tell her, still I keep on telling, it is not necessary. Now I become Gnani and then I will enjoy. What we are doing is also we are enjoying this Jnana. So we are always with Jnana. We enjoy. Like listening, Shravanam, sharing.
Swamiji, like if you say all parts are clay, that is that Badha Samanadhikaranam, right?
Yeah.
It's not Aikyam. So just like you said, yeah.
So Karya Karan Prakriya, I never tell you what is the Karya Karan Prakriya. Next week I will explain. There is a methodology. So first we are given this is a Karya, means this is a effect, this is a cause. Then after giving the name of cause and effect, then we start negating. This is not effect. Really, this is only cause. But still we cannot cause, because without effect we cannot cause. The relationship is cause and effect is possible when effect is there. When we are negating effect, where is the cause? Only Ishvara. This is called Karya Karana Prakriya.
Mm.
So when we are negating effect, so there is a no cause. Is cause without, that's whatever we say, tattva, without cause.
Mm. In Aristotle's causal philosophy, he calls it the uncaused cause.
Yeah. Yes. This is true. So Karya Karana Prakriya, before coming to Vedanta, we never know this Karya Karana Prakriya. What is clay and what is pot? This is now, it is stuck in our mind. So we always say this pot is effect, this clay is Karana. We don't know. And then we say this, when we are doing, Puja Samit used to ask, no, I am touching the clay or I am touching the pot. I am touching, putting inside, I am touching the clay or pot. Then we always say this is a clay. We don't know, but we are doing at that time negating. This is called Bada. It's called Bada. And then there is a no pot, there is only clay. Then say, clay is, we say clay only. It is not Karana. It's only clay. Without Karya, we can't say it is a Karana. So it is only clay. Same way, whole Jagat is Ishvara. Then we keep on negating. There is a no Jagat. If there is a no Jagat without Ishvara, then everything is Ishvara. It's called Ishavasya Vedamsa. This is it. You are muted.
This Bhagatyaga is also, is that a prakriya?
The Bhagatyaga is a Lakshana. There's three
Lakshana.
type of Lakshana. Jahal Lakshana, Ajahal Lakshana. And Jahal Ajahal Lakshana is called Bhagatyaga. So in that last one, no, what we are doing is Bhagatyaga. In Tattvamasi, we are doing Bhagat.
Yeah.
So
So
some
you're
part
getting
we
to
retain, some part we give up.
give
So
up.
what we have written is both part Chaitanya and what
Yeah.
we have given up, which is
Upadhi.
Mithya.
Yeah. Upadhi is mithya, so that is given up.
Actually, there is a Jahati, you know, Jahati.
Mhm.
Jahati
Prajahati.
means to give up. Prajahati Sarvan Kaman.
Yes.
So Jahati means to give up. The present participle of Jahat is Jahat. Like question, that Jahat means giving up. So Jahat Lakshana means we are giving up. Ajahat means we are not giving up. It's not Ajahat Lakshana. And Jahat plus Ajahat equals Jahal Ajahal. That's why I say Bhagatya. Both are. So Jahat means we are giving something. If I ask you, have you read Shakespeare? Or if I ask someone, have you read something, some author? Read. So we are not reading any author. But at that time, we are giving up the author and we are asking really whatever is written by this author. It's called Jahat Lakshana. We are giving up author.
Okay.
It's called Jahat, classical example of Jahat Lakshana. And what is Ajahat Lakshana? So sometimes we ask, you know, in the hotel, we can ask someone, please bring the coffee. So when we say, please bring the coffee, this is not correct sentence. We have to say, please bring the coffee with mug, cup or mug. So
Cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee we have. But when we will bring the coffee, this is not correct. But still waiter can understand because he knows this Ajat Lakshana. He is adding something. He's not
You won't
giving.
drink coffee like this.
So he knows I have to bring coffee with mug only. So he's not, Ajat means we are not giving up anything. We are adding something.
Adding.
In Jahat, we are giving up author. And we can understand this is written by author. But in Ajat, Same time, no, somebody asks the bus is coming or not. So other person say yes, bus is coming. But this is not correct sentence. They have say bus is coming with driver. Without driver, bus cannot come. But this is also ajahat lakshana. This all we are using commonly. But we are giving the big name, jahat lakshana, ajahat. But really speaking, it is not big. If we can understand now, that it's very easy. In jahat and ajahat, when we are both together, so jahal ajahal is because of this our sandhi. Jahat plus ajahat now becomes la because of sandhi. Ajahal lakshana. So if something we are retaining means ajahat, it's something we are giving up. That's like of jahat ajahat. This is called bhagatya, nothing else.
Bhagat.
Yeah, both are one and same. Jahal ajahal or bhagatyaga is one and same. But person has, is explaining in so complicatedly, people are confused. But really, jahat ajahal is very simple. Any question? No.
So we very simple. We will do Bhagatyaga of our Upadhi. No problem.
Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.